Welcome, 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 welcome. Hi, everybody. It's a Monday morning here in Georgia. It might be afternoon or evening where you are. It is day 911. That is 911 of the daily antidote of song. Can you believe we've been singing together 911 days? Welcome to Facebook Live, and let's all wave to them. So glad to have you all with us. I'm very excited today to share my friend Hank Smith with you, but I'll tell you a little bit more about him in just a moment. But first, I want to say hello to all these beautiful faces and people that we see. I know none of you have legs, but maybe someday when I meet you in person, I will get to see your legs, or maybe you'll be standing because today's a dance day. Welcome, welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. Hello, Joe Razi. We're so glad to see you. You're the one that got us all together in the beginning. Welcome to Hank Smith, who is in Keyport, New Jersey. And to Aaron, who's making us look and sound good. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Ann and Deli and Kevin with your flute in DC. Hello, Becky and Kathy and Susan G. I love that wall behind you, and thanks for the explanation. Hello, Mabel on your laptop with some bears and a really cute hat. Hello, Deborah dancing in Kentucky, and Jenny in Suffolk, UK. Hello, Dan in Vienna, Virginia, and Annette. Hello, Nancy and your beautiful Irish cow. Hello, dancing cricket in Maryland. And still COVID, Christiana and Bob. So sorry, but thank you for letting us know about day 911. Everybody take a big breath. Hello, Bonnie in Boise, and a bunch of curly tops. So glad to see you. Hello, Gary and Luda and Mark in Victoria, and Kat in Vermont. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Margaret. Hello, let's see, where am I? Hello, Tim in Philly, and Bob in Albany. Hello, Carolyn. Yes, 911 days we're singing together. Hello, Anne in Maryland, and Ruth in Birmingham, not Alabama, but UK. Hello, Susan in Seattle, Jamie in Victoria, Chuck in Detroit, and Juana La Tejana, Bob in his iPhone, Aloysius always traveling. Hello, Sharon and Sheila in Florida, Hindi and Marcia, and Sister Farah Mohammed, Waller Mohammed. It's so good to see you again. We're still laughing and enjoying yesterday's time together. Hello, LMG, Carol in Connecticut, and those beautiful deer grazing in the grass. I don't know who they're grazing with. And Julie Alexander. And now it's time to say hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here yet again to start off this wonderful week with an amazing and fun guest, Hank Smith, coming to us from Keyport, New Jersey. Hank is a multifaceted artist. He is a tap dancer. He's also a tap historian. He's a photographer. He's a videographer, filmmaker, and in that incredible generation of tap dancers that's in between the what we call the old guys, I guess, Hank, you can correct me, and the young people, the kind of the that middle generation. So Hank, welcome to the Daily Antidote of Song, and we're looking forward to hearing about things, but also dancing with you.
Hey, Elise.
Hey,
Actually, I'm becoming one of the old guys.
yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
how you doing?
I just muted by accident.
Oh, yeah. Woo. Yeah, I didn't hear anything. Oh,
That's okay because I'm muting now because it is your turn to star and show us a little bit of dancing, teaching us a tap dance song, I believe. Tell us a little bit about it. And
I believe so. All right. So, hello, everybody. I'm tap dancer amongst other things. So, this song that we're going to learn a number of years ago in the late '90s into the early 2000s, a friend of mine named James Buster Brown, one of the great tap dancers, used to run a tap jam every Sunday at a club called Swing 46 in Manhattan. And at the beginning of it, he would sing this song. And he didn't write the song. It was written by someone named Rhythm Red. And it's called Gotta Go Tap Dancing. And a lot of tap dancers wind up singing this song because it's a fun song to kick off events or whatever. And it's a fun thing to do. So I'm going to sing it once. It's a fun song. And to begin with, when I point to you, you just say why. And it will make sense in terms of the song, right? So the song goes like this. I got a stack of magazines about so high. Can't read 'em, do you know why? Gotta go tap dancing tonight. I got a big TV, 40 inches wide. Can't watch, can't stay inside.
Why?
Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Boop, boop, boop. We've got cookies in the cookie jar. Oh, so sweet. My, my. All we got to tell you, all you do is just watch our feet. Folks, the music's awful hot. Gotta give it everything we got. Gotta go tap dancing. Ba-da-ba-da. Gotta go tap dancing. Da-da-da-da. Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Ba-doodly-doodly-bop-doo-bop-ba. So that's the important part. Do-doodly-doodly-doop-doo-bop-ba at the end. And basically, the format, the reason that you do gotta go tap dancing a few times at the end, because there's a little extra dancing at that point. We gotta go tap dancing, da-da-da-da. Gotta go tap dancing, da-da-da-da. Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Doop-doop-doop-doop-doop. Bow. Right? So that's the feel of it. It's a fun song. Now, as I go through it, I might change the words a little bit because that's what happens, but you get the basic idea. So so let's go through the first part. A stack of magazines, right? So it's a stack of magazines about so high, can't read them. Do you know why? Gotta go tap dancing tonight. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. A stack of magazines about so high, can't read them. Do you know why? Why?
Why?
I gotta go tap dancing tonight. All right, so let's do that again, and then we'll go into the next part, which is the same tune. It's just a TV set, right? 1, 2, you know just what to do. A stack of magazines about so high, can't read them. Do you know why?
Why?
Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Bop, da bop, da bop, bop. I got a big TV, 40 inches wide. Can't look, can't stay inside.
Why?
Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Okay, now the middle part is, we've got cookies in the cookie jar. Oh, so sweet. All we gotta tell you, all you do is just watch our feet. So let's do that part. We've got cookies in the cookie jar. 1, 2. We've got cookies in the cookie jar. Oh, so sweet. My, my. All we got to tell you, all you do is just watch our feet. Now that my is just a little flavor, like a lot of these songs, there's flavoring in it, so you don't have to say my, but that's the thing, right? So in the last part, we go back to the main tune again, which is, folks, the music's awful hot, gotta give it everything we got, gotta go tap dancing. So let's do the last part with the little fun and the scatting at the end or whatever, right? Boom, boom. Folks, the music's awful hot. Gotta give it everything we got. Gotta go tap dancing. Gotta go tap dancing. Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Scat! I love it. I love it. Right. And I saw a puppet somewhere.
There's puppets, there's dancers.
Yeah, I
Deborah and
just got
Nicole
finished
from
seeing
tap
little.
dancing, Curly
I don't
Tops
know.
from tap dancing in Vermont.
Yeah, wow, this is great. I just saw Little Amal. I don't know if you've heard about Little Amal, the big puppet Syrian. Anyway, and I work with the Muppets, so I love puppets and stuff. Muppets and puppets, all right? So let's take it from the top. I'll do it kind of slow. And the thing is, you have fun. I see Deborah standing up there in Kentucky dancing or whatever. The idea is just to have fun with it and roll with it and rock with it, because that's the hope. That's the reason we would do the song, is to get the spirit going for the jam each time, right? So I will sing it again with you all. Then we do another time, and maybe I'll just do certain parts of it, but keep the rhythm going so you can all jam, on your own, right? One, two, three, four. Stack of magazines about so high. Can't read them, do you know why?
Hey.
Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Bump, bump. I got a big TV, 40 inches wide. Can't look, can't stay inside. Why? Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Bop, bop, bop. We've got cookies in the cookie jar. Oh, so sweet. All I got to tell you, all you do is just watch our feet. Folks, the music's awful hot. Gotta give it everything we've got. Gotta go tap dancing. Gotta go tap dancing. Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Bah. Everybody feeling good? You feel you're okay? All right, this is good. I love seeing all the smiling faces and the
Feeling
thumbs.
good and looking good.
Yeah, looking good. Go
But
ahead,
you know what,
Elise.
Hank? I'd really like to see you tap dance in it. You think that'd be
Oh,
possible?
okay. Well, I have a little thing of
I
me
thought you
doing
might.
a version of the song. So here we go. 5, 6, 7. I got a stack of magazines about so high. Can't read them, do you know why? Gotta go tap dancing tonight. I got a big TV, 40 inches wide. Can't look, can't stay inside. Gotta go tap dancing tonight. We've got cookies in the cookie jar. Oh, so sweet, my. All we gotta tell you, all you do is just watch our feet. Folks, the music's awful hot. Gotta give it everything we got. Gotta go tap dancing tonight. We got cookies in the cookie jar. Oh, so sweet. All we gotta tell you, all you do is just watch these feet. Folks, the music's awful hot. Gotta give it everything we got. Gotta go tap dancing. Gotta go tap dancing. Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Hit me.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Oh my goodness. That was so fun. And the Daily Antidote folks are very familiar with Mick Kinney. That was Mick playing the piano.
I was just about to give him credit for that.
Yep. Yep. Mick recorded that in Atlanta, sent it to Keyport, New Jersey, and Hank made the video and whew,
Yeah. And
y'all had
that's the way it would be done. You know, they do the first part, then there's a section in the middle where everybody comes in and improvises, and then you come back with the tag, you know, to dance at the end. So yeah.
so Deborah in Kentucky, who's a dancer and she has a beautiful dance program for veterans. Is that right, Deborah?
Wow.
Yeah, and she said she knew Gregory Hines. You
Oh
saw her.
wow.
She was the one that was yeah, so Gregory and Hank are kind of the same generation, which I'm calling not the old people.
With the
Well,
season.
the old guys were young too, so
Yeah, they were. Yeah, I mean, Leonard Reed, 98 or something before he was still doing his thing. You know, Buster Brown started the jam. He was 85 and kept doing it. And you know, just about all of them that I knew, the women. Marion Coles at the same time, she was 85 doing stuff. Marion Coles taught us a whole routine, and we would be out of breath. And we'd be out of breath. So, Marion, don't you think you need to take a break? She says, no, no, no. She was ready to go. But so these are the role models for us, these men and women into the 80s. And a couple of years ago, Mabel Lee, 99. And in bed, she was still talking about the next show she was going to do, you know. So this is you know, some of you know people, you know, that they're ageless, you know, it's the spirit just keeps them going. Uh,
so
and yeah.
well, feel free to say more about tap dancing, but you also have a very interesting checkered past, if I could may call it that.
Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Well, you did mention
Checkered past. What are we going to talk about now?
you mentioned the Muppets, and I know that you worked. Was it NBC?
I started out at NBC as a page. Yeah, when the Tonight Show was around. So that was, I mean, originally I was planning on being an architect, and then things changed and blah, 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 bops. And I wound up studying TV production at NYU, then got a job as a page at NBC during the heyday of the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson and
You
all
have
of
some
that.
amazing photographs from that time.
Yeah, yeah, I took photos around that time, and the interesting thing is, I was in school. I always drop this. I was in school studying TV. I took one filmmaking class, but I was more interested in TV than film. And this is like the late '60s, and the teacher was this young guy. He wasn't much older than me. He was very asthmatic, running back and forth. I don't think he ever mounted anything. He was Martin Scorsese, so I don't think he ever wound up doing anything. He was my film teacher at NYU. But
Wow.
yes, I started in NBC and then wound up at Channel 11 as as an associate director in the early 70s, and then started freelancing, working at TV while I was doing other stuff, and then wound up on Sesame Street for like 20 years as one of the stage managers there, amongst other various and sundry things,
So
TV wise.
what are you up to these days? I know that you did take advantage of the technical stuff in the pandemic and did some conversations with some tap folks.
Yeah, if you go to that, the link from my channel, I did a series called Hanging with Hank, in which I interviewed different tap artists for like an hour and a half. Years ago, I did a live series called The Story of Tap. There's a performance space in New York called Dixon Place. And in 1998, for 6 different evenings, I had different tap dancers, and we talked, and they showed films and stuff. So I did it 6 times in 1998, then 6 times in 2005, then a few more times in more recent years. So this Hanging with Hank is a variation of that. And then I also made some little funny videos online, and uh, yeah, and then I after doing Hanging with Hank, the Lincoln Center Library has an oral history project, and I've interviewed some people for that, and they're interviewing me in a few months as part of the oral history project. And a friend of mine said, "You need 4 people interviewing Hank because it's like he's done all these different things. It's kind of like I have to figure out how to stay on each track. Is it the clowning? Is it the mime? Is it the TV? Is it the tap? Is it the improvisational? Is it
The
photography?"
photography. You had a beautiful exhibit of your photos, right?
Yeah, I did it first at Bloomfield College where I taught for many years, and then there was an art gallery here in Keyport, and I had it up, and it's called Witness. It's called Witness the Soul, I think I called it, because I took some photos in the '60s, and the vast majority of the photos, there used to be a TV show on Channel 13 called Soul, back in the '60s. Similar, when the thing happened with George Floyd. So what I also call like guilt, all these things are happening for diversity. So after Martin Luther King was assassinated, a similar thing happened. Ford Foundation came up with money, but it came up with this show called Soul, African American culture show. And I used to hang out there. I knew somebody there. I used to hang out and take photos. And then this woman who connected me to that, there was a big concert tribute to Duke Ellington, 1970, and I had tickets to see it at Madison Square Garden. This friend of mine from Seoul was working on it, and she got me to work on the show, like as a stage manager to help out. So I had these photos I took of Duke Ellington and Louis Armstrong and Clark Terry and Sammy Davis Jr. was the host of it, and then so a lot of those photos were in the show, and then Harry Belafonte and Lena Horne did a TV special at one of the NBC studios, and this is back in the days we could easily go in and out of places and had access to the studio. So I took a lot of photos of him and Lena Horne just on my own, and then actually I had him for many, many years, and then recently there was a documentary that came out about Belafonte hosting the Tonight Show for a week in 1968, which I remember because I was working at NBC at that point. So I was interviewed for that, and when I met the producers, I said, I have these photos of Harry Belafonte I'd love to give to him. So I made a little book of photos of him and Lena Horne. They gave the producers that they passed on to Harry Belafonte, and they sent me this note thanking me. So it's kind of like, wow, I made Harry Belafonte happy. After 50 years, I took photos. So
Wow.
anyway, interesting journeys. And not to mention all the tap dancers I met, they never thought I'd meet, like, Harold Nicholas and Fayard Nicholas and whatever. So,
As I said, a very checkered past. Or we could call it polka dotted, striped,
polka dotted, striped, swirling. I
swirling.
call it circular more than anything else. It's kind of like, let me try this,
Beautiful.
whatever. So,
Well, I
and
have
actually, go ahead.
no, no, no. You finish.
No, I don't know what time yet because I also have a clip of Buster doing Go Tap
That's
Dancing.
exactly
We
what
could
I was
sing it
going to
again,
ask.
or I show this and then we do a final. So this will give you an idea of how things would kick off. Let me just set this up for a minute. Uh, so Buster was this. The great thing about Buster, the way the jam was, it was not a traditional musical jam, meaning that people would come to the restaurant, just have dinner, whatever. There was a trio playing music, and different tap dancers would be there, and Buster would just have people come up and dance. And anybody who wanted to dance would come up, and he never criticized anybody. He just come up and dance. It was a great environment to support, and it was multi-generational and stuff. So at one point, he had this idea to sing the song "Gotta Go Tap Dancing" that Rhythm Red wrote, and it would kick off the actual evening. So here's a clip, and I had my camera at this point. I used to film a lot of stuff. So here's a little clip of Buster Brown. Keep in mind he's 85, 86 at this point, beginning the tap jam with "Gotta Go Tap Dancing."
Beautiful.
So,
One, two, a one, two, three. Hey, Hank. Like a magazines about so high. Can't see them and you know why. Gotta go tap dance. Woo. Out of the TV, audience is wide. Can't look and stay inside. Gotta go tap dance tonight.
So that's a little bit of a Buster, and that little girl Hannah now is like she's 23 or 21, in graduate school and stuff. But it gives you an idea of the spirit of the whole thing in terms of the jam, and I have a little photograph taken from the tap jam, and if you look in the lower right hand corner, I don't know. If you look in the lower, it's a fuzzy photo, but the lower right hand corner,
Who is
there's
that?
somebody.
Who is that?
That's Elise sitting there from 1998. She came to visit, and it's hard to see her, but she's in the lower right hand corner. And some of the people there next to her left, is a guy named Michael Toes Tiranoff, who just got he and his wife just did something yesterday at Governor's Island, a tap thing there. And then if you move further over to the left, there's a young woman with white pants. She's about 11 or 12 in this photo. But that's Michaela Marino Lehrman, who's now one of the major tap dancers doing stuff. I mean, she was at the Joyce. She's worked with a lot of different jazz artists and stuff. But the tap jam place is one of the places where she got a chance to find her chops and do stuff. And in the foreground, you can barely see, is Megan Hongs, I believe, and she's married to Toast, who's behind her with the glasses on. And actually, for years, they lived in San Francisco, and in San Francisco, there's a church, the Church of St. John Coltrane, actually, and they are tap ministers from that church, dedicated to John Coltrane. So anyway, tap dancing.
Wow. Thank you for sharing so much about really the wider picture of tap dancing.
Yeah, I'm always doing that because, us tap dancers get a little frustrated because sometimes you run into people who go, oh, is tap dancing still around? So, yes, it is. It's alive and well. It's just not in the mainstream like it used to be, and it's global. I mean, it's all over the place, and so many different people and so many different cultures have taken it and moved on. So can't help but get passionate about it.
So glad. I'm so glad to know you, and you've introduced me to so much wonderful music and dance. I think, Joe, do you want to announce about the open mic? I think is it tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow. I think Aaron actually might be the one to jump in. Aaron, did we make it
Okay.
2 to 4, 2 to 4 Eastern maybe? Open mic for coming, hanging out, singing. Bring your songs and your instruments, and we'll hang out. Thanks, Elise.
Absolutely. So let's sing the song one more time live with you.
Okay,
Take it out that
everybody, everybody ready? So you got to feel the spirit. I might bring the tempo up a little bit faster, just because you're all so good and he's also ready. I see Kevin got his flute out there, and Mabel and the bear. Okay, this is good. All right. So 1, 2. You know just what to do. Stack of magazines about so high. Can't read them, do you know why?
Why?
Gotta go stat dancing tonight. Bop. Yeah, bop. A big TV, 40 inches wide. Can't look, can't stay inside. Why? Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Yeah, yeah, stop, stop. We've got cookies in the cookie jar. Oh, so sweet. My. All I gotta tell you, all you do is just watch your feet. I'm watching your feet, folks. The music's awful hot. Gotta give it everything you got. Gotta go tap dancing. Gotta go tap dancing. Gotta go tap dancing tonight. Scat! Ba da 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 da. Bop!
Oh my goodness, yes. That is definitely the way that I want to start my week. Thank
Yeah,
you so
nice way to kick
much.
off October too.
Absolutely, absolutely. Woo! Everybody feeling good. I saw lots and lots of dancing in all kinds of ways. Was it, I think Deborah was doing those splits that the Nicholas brothers do, off the split, jumping and doing the split. That was awesome, Deborah. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much again, Hank. It is time to go on with the rest of our day, but let's say farewell to Facebook Live. Bye, Facebook Live. Thanks so much for joining us. Thank you so much. I gotta sing goodbye to everyone that's here. Thank you, Hal. Thank you, Hank, for making it clear. We gotta go tap dancing all through the day. Thank you, Margaret and Carolyn in Boise and Ruth in Birmingham. Thank you, Storm and Kathy and Deli and Julie in Ontario. Thank you, Ann in Nashville, Kevin in DC with your flute. Thank you, Susan, Mabel with the bear. Deborah dancing in Kentucky, Dan in Vienna. Thank you, Annette. Thank you, Christiana and Bob. I don't see Bob, but I know he's around somewhere. He's sleeping. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Bonnie in Boise. Thank you all of the curly tops, because I know y'all are dancing up there in Vermont. Thank you, Luda and Mark in Victoria, BC with your hearts. Thank you, Kat in Vermont, Bob in Albany. Thank you, Ann in Maryland, Susan in Seattle, and Jamie in Victoria. Thank you, Chuck. Thank you, Chuck in Detroit. Time to turn the page. Let's see. Thank you, Simke in Maryland, Gary in Finding Our Solutions. Thank you, Jenny in Suffolk, UK. Thank you, Joe in Tacoma Park. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Aaron, for keeping us all together. Even though you're in Brooklyn, you could just take a little ride over to Keyport and do some dancing with Hank in New Jersey. Thank you, Aloysius in Massachusetts. And Kevin, I saw you rocking out. Thank you, Juana La Tejana, and Bob without the Bears. And Nancy and Sharon and Sheila in Florida with a beautiful egret. I'm not sure which one that is. It's got black legs and a yellow bill. That might be the snowy egret, but I gotta look it up. Thank you, Hindi and Linda and Marcia and LMG. Thank you to the deer that are still grazing. They must be so hungry. Thank you, Fred in Silver Spring. Thank you once again to Hank, capping us into a beautiful Monday. Thanks, everyone. So good to be with you. Have a beautiful week. I look forward to seeing you later in the week with Marquetta Dupree, also an Alternate Roots member. Alternate Roots is an organization based in the Southeast of artists who meet at the intersection of arts and activism. So as you know, I've been bringing in a lot of roots artists. Hank is one of them. So have a wonderful week. See you soon. Bye.